Hi, my name is Jennifer Doke-Kerns. You can call me Jenny, and I am your instructor for Comp2 this semester. I have some notes that I'm going to go from here, but I wanted to give you this brief video as an introduction to myself and to the course, and to talk a little bit about the expectations and how the course will work this semester. So again, just a really quick introduction. There's actually going to be another introduction assignment this week, and I've created one of my own in there. Um, but basically, I've been with DMAC for about, I've been teaching full time for DMAC for about 5 years now, but I've been teaching composition online, Comp 1 and 2, for about 8, 9 years now. It's been a really long time. So I've done this a couple of times now. I think I've got a really good system worked out. And I can anticipate some of the questions that you have. And I'm always welcome feedback from you whenever you have any thoughts on how it could work even better for us. But anyway, basically how this will work. Now I know the semester starts on a Monday, so I went ahead and opened everything up this week for January the 8th. But normally each week you'll have a folder that will become available on Wednesday. That folder will contain, first of all, your list of what you need to do that week. Most of it is in the syllabus, but not all of it. Like the syllabus contains the big assignments, but there'll be some smaller assignments that will be included in the weekly information. So you'll have a folder each week that will contain your list of tasks, and then it will also contain everything that you need in order to complete those tasks. So if there's a short quiz, or if there's a link to something outside of Blackboard, or a handout that you need, all of that will be housed within that week's folder. Then everything that's assigned that week will be due the following Tuesday. So again, assigned on Wednesday, due at midnight Central Time, because I'm in the Central Time Zone, due at midnight Central Time the following Tuesday. The only exceptions to that, for the most part, that I can think of off the top of my head right now, later as we get into some of the papers, you'll do some peer editing with your classmates. Those that assignment will actually come in midweek so that the person can make some changes to their draft before the final draft is due then that Tuesday night at midnight. Let's see here. So one thing with Blackboard is I try not to make it too crazy. I mean, I want to use the resources that are available to you there, but it's pretty organized. I will use announcements each week. I'll just give a general announcement. You'll never have assignments in the announcements. It'll just be like, hey, welcome to week 2 or 3 or whatever, and that we're going to focus on this theme this week and this skill, and go to content for more information. So I'll use the announcements as just a general overview. As you go into Blackboard on the side, you'll see that I do have the syllabus listed under the syllabus part. I do also have instructor information if you're interested in that. But the meat of the class, the bulk of it, is going to be available to you in the content area. In the content area, that's where each week that folder will become available. Okay, so and then, of course, also I use the gradebook. The nice thing about teaching in Blackboard and using that gradebook is you're always going to know what your grade is. Big assignments could take 6 to 10 days for me to get in the gradebook, but you're never going to be in a position where you're halfway through the course and you have no idea what your grade is. You can log in at any time and see how you're doing so far. So that's a really great advantage. I wish I'd had that when I was in a lot of the college courses that I took. I had some where I didn't know what my grade was until the very end, and luckily that's not the case anymore, because that's horrible as a student, and I certainly don't want you to have that experience. So let's see. This week, okay, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about this week. Their first assignment is to read the syllabus. Now, that might seem really, really basic and lame, but it's extremely important. In fact, I'm going to do a short quiz over the content of the syllabus after you read it. You'll need to complete that. Basically, the syllabus is kind of like the guide to how this course is going to work. It even gives you an overview of the main assignments for each week all the way through the semester. And again, those are the main assignments. There'll be some smaller assignments that will be worked in there as well. And it tells how grading works, different policies I have, all of that, which I'll go into a little bit here in a minute. There's also going to be, like I said, a place for you to, I'd like you to post like a 1 or 2 minute video introducing yourself to your classmates. If you don't have that capability on your computer, you have the option of posting a couple of pictures and writing a short narrative. I mean, nothing huge, but just a quick introduction. And then you're also going to have information about paper formatting. We do use MLA for all assignments. I'm very specific about that. It's one of the course objectives. So it's not just a matter of me being picky. It's one of the main things you're supposed to get out of composition. So you will use MLA format for paper setup and all that. And then as we get into citation later, you've all had Comp1, so I assume that you have a pretty decent grasp of MLA, but again, I'll just kind of refresh you on things like that and give you some resources when we go into citing sources and research papers, which will start in the second paper that we write. You'll have your first writing exercise. Details are also in the week 1 folder, and you will have your first chapter 1 reading and response activity, which is pretty general. It's just you kind of getting into the book. I use the book a lot more, and if you've had me in Comp1, I know some of you did. If you had me in Comp1, I didn't. The book was more of a resource. I'd point you to certain things, but since we don't have that class discussion time, I do definitely use the book a lot more in Comp2. So this is your. So the first week, basically, I'm asking you to read chapter 1 and then grab hold of a couple of themes or interesting points that you found in the reading and expand on those. And like I put in there, this is your chance to show me that you can take a complex idea and respond to it with your own original thoughts and all that. So I'm waiting to see if my dog is about ready to climb up on my lap. Hopefully not. He's kind of big. Let's see. What else? Okay. Each week also, including this week, at the bottom, after all the assignment information, you'll usually have a video like this one. You might not have one every single week. I'll try to post one of these each week to kind of just give you an overview of what we're doing and also to anticipate any questions that you might have about what we're doing. Because like I said, I've done this a couple times, so I can definitely, a lot of the questions and issues that come up are ones that have come up before for other students. And I'll have a section every week I'll have a section that's instructor notes, and it's just some things to keep in mind as you're going forward with that week's information. And let's see here. Okay, so that's mostly what you have in there for this week. Let me just do some share some general knowledge with you about taking online courses. Just like I said, after teaching these for a while, these are some things I just want to make sure that you keep in mind as you go forward. First of all, this course I don't take late work. That's extremely important to just completely just emotionally accept that fact right now, okay? There won't be late work in the course. If we need to adjust something because you haven't anticipated, like you're going to be gone on a vacation or something comes up, let me know beforehand and we can possibly work something out, but there's never going to be the option of just saying, oh, you know what, I know that was due last week, but here it is. Sorry about that. Yeah, I don't, some of you I don't know. I have no idea, what your situations are. I just don't want to be in the position where I have to judge the validity of the excuses that you're giving me for this. So regardless, this will be a great exercise in, just getting things done when they need to be done and moving forward. And there'll be a lot of work too. And if you get behind and you're, doing what you were supposed to do earlier, you're not going to be doing what you need to do now. So just to know, no late work, and that's really important. If there's an issue with that, or you have any trouble understanding that, just let me know. Contact me, let me know. Computer problems are never a reason not to turn in your work, okay, or an excuse for late work. I understand that it happens, but that's why you don't wait until 11:45 on Tuesday night to turn something in. I guarantee that's the time that something bad will happen, or your power will go out or something like that. have a backup plan. Now, I understand if Blackboard goes down and we get a message from DMAC that says Blackboard's going to be down, sorry about that. I'll send you a note and adjust things accordingly. But just saying I couldn't connect, or oh, I thought I submitted that, I guess I didn't. Now, if you're really worried that, oh my gosh, I think I submitted, but I can't tell in Blackboard whether it did or not, you're welcome to also email me the document. I am totally cool with that. I'm someone who worries about that sort of thing when I do things online. So I completely get that. So just kind of, taking an online course, you have to anticipate, what am I going to do if my internet service goes down? Where else can I go to access the internet? Can you hotspot your laptop off your phone? This is a long semester. You have 16 weeks where you have to religiously basically log in multiple times a week to see the material that's presented here in order to complete the class. And that means you need internet access for 16 weeks. It will be difficult to only do this at school, though I know that some students do. One thing that's really awesome that DMAC now offers, including, I'm pretty sure on all campuses, I know on the Newton campus, Ankeny, Urban, in those areas. So if you're local and you end up with a computer problem, you can actually go into the library on those campuses and check out a hotspot. It's just a little deal in a tiny little bag, and you take it home and you plug it in and it gives you the internet, and you basically check that out for a week at a time. It's not meant for you to check that out to have the internet for the whole semester. It's meant for you to check out to kind of get you through a rough patch if you lose your internet for a couple of days, or you have to travel or something like that. But it's great, and we've had them for about a semester and they've worked fantastic and they've been very popular. So that is something that you can do if you run into trouble. Let's see. And as I was saying, you do have to log in. One thing with online classes are amazing because you can go in and you can work when you want to work and everything else. But you have to be self-motivated, and you have to be willing, or say, hey, it's Wednesday. There's new stuff in there. I need to go log in. Or if we have to log in the middle of the week for a peer edit, you have to go in and get the paper that's sent to you and do it. And it's really important that you do that. If I pair you with a partner, and that partner spends a day peer editing your paper and you space off peer editing theirs, that's incredibly uncool. So make sure that you, hold up your end of the deal and commit to saying, I'm going to check my course every couple of days to make sure nothing's changed, and I'm going to check my DMAC email every day. If you're taking an online class, you need to be checking your DMAC email every day. You should anyway as a student, but you definitely need to if you're taking an online class. Let's see. Oh, tech issues. I don't know your password, and I don't know how to get in to your account or anything like that. Those are really tech issues. I wish I could. I've had students just, like email me panicking because something's not working, and I wish I could help them. But your best bet is to go to www.dmac.edu, and I think it's up in the left-hand corner or right-hand corner, excuse me. It says tech right at the top, and you can, or tech help, tech support, and you can go there, and that's a great place to start to get your problems taken care of. If you're on our Newton campus, Darren is our tech guy, and he's fantastic. And I've seen him sit down with students and help them with their personal laptops and all that. So you'd be amazed at how much they will help you if you need it. Yeah, let's see. We talked about how important it is to plan ahead and have a backup plan if you lose internet access. As soon as you anticipate there's going to be an issue with something, like, if you have the opportunity to go on a cruise for a week, that's fantastic. Talk to me beforehand. Let's figure out how we can make things work. And also too, when you do contact me, I try to get back to you as soon as possible. In fact, a lot of times I'll say, oh, I'm not going to log into my work email tonight, and then I end up doing it. But you can't assume that's going to be the case. Email is going to be generally the best way to contact me. And then from there, if we decide we need to either have a video conference or a face-to-face conference or a phone call or something like that, we'll definitely do that. The email is definitely the best place to start. But I will not, if you email me at 3 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon, I may not log in until Sunday night or Monday morning even. So just know that. Like, for instance, this weekend, I am going to get away for 3 days and head to Las Vegas and Utah and go up into the mountains a little bit to get some nice warm weather and beautiful views. And I think I am going to not log into my work email this weekend just to let myself have a little vacation. So um, know that if you that's one of the things that makes it important to not wait till the last minute, because if you need to contact me and we need to interact before that assignment is due, you're going to want to do that as early as possible so that we can make sure we can work out how we need to do it. Let's see. Also use campus supports. It's spring semester. I know that the awesome thing about taking an online class is you don't have to be on campus, and that's great. But um, don't if you have access to, if you're close enough to a campus that you can use the academic achievement center, the writing lab, come in and see me, talk to whomever you need for help, do it. I mean, there are great resources available to you, and those people, and I want to work with you. And it's not uncommon at all. I know a lot of you I had in Comp 1 this last semester, and I steer students that I've had toward taking, if you're going to take it online, it's awesome if you can take it from an instructor and an instructor that you actually have access to, because I am in the Academic Achievement Center at the DMAC campus in Newton, like 5 days a week. So you can come in and sit down with me. We can work on the paper and everything else, and that's fantastic. And even if you're not close to my campus, other campuses will be happy to work with you, even though you're not taking the class through that campus. Let me see here. Yeah. Oh, one other thing too. Believe it or not, every once in a while I make a mistake or something looks one way in Blackboard to me, but it looks different to you. That is not uncommon at all. Or I shouldn't say not uncommon. It happens once in a while. I think I've worked out most of the bugs in this, but your view as a student in Blackboard and my view as an instructor sometimes don't match up exactly. So I may think an item is available to you, I'll see it, but I haven't the box or something to make it available. So if at any point something doesn't make sense or it looks like it's missing in your folders in Blackboard, give me an email, shoot me a call, and we'll take a peek at it, and I'll make sure it's there. A lot of times, students will alert me to that if that's the case, and then I can get that taken care of for everybody. So there's nothing worse than going, I don't know how to do this. I don't think I have what I need, and just a quick note could have changed that. So yeah, this has been a little longer than I meant it to be. I'm sorry, but welcome to Comp 2. You've all been through Comp 1, so you've done the basics of citation and essay writing and all that. Comp 2 is it for me. I crafted after my Comp 1 course, but I kind of raise it up a notch. There's more documentation needed as far as like more documented essays. I expect a little more higher order thinking skills, a lot of critical thinking and analysis. And it's your chance to show what you've learned in the course of this. And again, I'm here to help you. I'm here to kind of be your writing coach as you go through this. And I hope that you really find this course valuable and that it really helps to enhance and grow your writing ability in the course of the semester. So if you have any questions, contact me again. Welcome, and you'll be seeing more of me this semester. And let me know if you have any questions. Have a great day.